Breaking news. Finally, presidency replies or reacts, or give a statement or break silence about the Endsars reports. Remember that all that happened just over a year ago at Lekki Toll Gate. It's very fresh in our mind. October 20th, 2020, when Nigerian government sends the army and the police over Nigerian citizens for speaking out against brutality and all that has been going on in the country. Guess what? Reports. I mean, after all that happened, we saw the Minister of Information, Halaji Lai Mohammed, coming out again and again, reportedly saying to everybody that, oh, nothing happened. It's all a lie. In fact, DJ Swiss should apologize to Nigerians. He should apologize immediately. DJ Swiss did A, he did B. DJ Swiss did not, I mean, he lied, blah, 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 blah. By the end of the day, we saw who was lying, because what we're talking about now is that the report is out, very out. And guess what? Indicted Nigerian army, indicted Nigerian police. And like there are recommendations on what should be done. Ever since the report came out, we've been expecting the presidency to say something. Even Americans have asked Nigerian governments to ensure that they do the right thing. Please do not forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe if this is your first time. Thank you. Femi Adesina, presidential aides, President Muhammadu Buhari's spokesman, has said that the federal government will only address areas within the white paper reports of the Lagos Judiciary Panel on, on police brutality that concerns it. As the date of the official submission draws near, Adesina, who made this known on Monday during the interview with Channels Television breakfast program, Sunrise Daily, said President Muhammadu Buhari's government would only address part of the report that concerns him. What would happen is that when the state comes up with pronouncement on the panel's report, that would then be of interest to the federal government. Definitely, when the report comes out, the ones that are federal in nature will be considered by the federal. There are some items and things that will be federal in nature. The federal government will tackle that. But things that are state in nature, the state government will handle that. There is an attorney general of the federation who will advise the needful to be done, Femi Adesina has said. I'm not quite sure of that, but I know that areas that will affect the federal government will be looked into by the federal government. Speaking on the idea behind the setting up of the pro panel, Femi Adesina said that the federal government did not give a directive for their setup, but it was just an idea suggested by the state government, which went too far. It couldn't have been a directive because the federal government does not have power. It was just an idea from the federal government. But now that the report is out and all this is happening, we have to ensure that we do only what is concerned and related with the federal. The state will do that which concerns the states. So Femi Adesina agrees finally that there was brutality. People were killed. So you see what's going on? They know, but they are quiet. And they allow people's children to be massacred. And everybody pretending that nothing happened. Listen, Nigerians, if we don't speak out, they will take our silence. Silence, they say, is consensus. They will take it for granted and they will pay no attention to it. And they will look us down with disdain, saying, after all, blah, blah, blah. No, no. So every one of us have got a duty to speak out. Every one of us must speak out. Every one of us, none of us can be quiet. In the face of the oppression going on, none of us can be quiet. The call for every one of us to do the right thing, to ensure that we are free and we are not held down, is what we must do. Because today, as we see things, we know that Nigeria is in a very, we are in the hands of a government who do not pay attention to her people. We are in the hand of a government who are held bound on doing whatever they want to do to their citizens. It's sad, but it's happening. It's sad, but it's happening. It's sad. There is no accountability. There is no accountability. There is no records to truth, being done. Listen, guys, every one of us have got to stand up. Every one of us must continue to speak. Every one of us, every one of us. We can't be silent. We can't allow them, okay? We can't allow them to continue to oppress us. Muhammadu Buhari and the rest of them, we keep asking again and again, who gave the order? Who says they should go ahead and shoot? Even when they saw Nigerian government, Nigerian citizens standing, holding the flag and, singing the national anthem, they say shoot despite all in all. Who gave the order? Who gave the order? Who gave the order? So if you look at it, you understand that we don't have a government. We don't have a government. We don't. We don't. We must rise up and we must be very honest with some of these things going on. Because the call for you and I is that there must be integrity, there must be truth. The federal government continue to lie to Nigerians that nothing is happening, but you and I know the truth. You and I, we are aware of what is going on. You and I know what is going on today. Femi Adesina is saying that the federal government will only do that part in the whole whatever that concerns the federal government. But how did he get here? How come the federal government is involved in this capacity? What happened? What happened? What exactly happened? What happened? Where did it go wrong? Where did all this go wrong? I'll tell you what. Those who are doing this know what they are doing. And those who are supporting them know that they are supporting them. And we cannot, pretend and keep quiet and say none of these things are happening. Trust me, they are really happening. They are really happening. So what do? We continue to speak out. We will continue to speak out. We cannot be silent. We cannot pretend that these things are not staring us in the face. That's all we need to do. Speak out, and speak out. The man whose mouth has been very sharp, speaking, talking about the very person of our very own brother. We've not heard him saying so. He's been as silent as a mouse. Talking about Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed. He's been as silent as a mouse. Leave us a comment. Do not forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. Have a